thank you very much indeed, Karen, for that warm introduction. And ladies and gentlemen, I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay my respects to both the elders past and present. I want to acknowledge all of our elected representatives that join us today, acknowledged by Karen, my fellow guest speakers today, and one and all. It is true what Karen was saying. There is this afternoon, in fact, a great debate happening about how we can flood-proof Brisbane. It's about the immediate. It's about the media capturing what people are talking about right now. The discussion around how we will reduce, indeed eradicate traffic congestion has been one that has long been a barbecue starter in our society. The issues are there, no question about it. And today, as Karen has said, is about looking beyond the immediate. I want to say this though, that part and parcel of any brave new idea is the implementation process. And elected representatives, I guess, become the medium through which those brave new ideas can be implemented. Now, I've been in public life in 2 years' time for 30 years. And if there is one thing that I have learnt over my time in public life, it is this, that there is a very, very fine line between leadership and stupidity. And the moment you cross the line is the moment you are dead meat. And it is not about the issue of elections. It is about the issue of leadership is only leadership when people are prepared to follow you. And once they stop following you because the idea has become so daft in their mind, is the day that you can forget any real progress on the issue in which you are intending to implement that brave new idea. So it is about two things here. Firstly, the establishment of the idea itself, the worthiness of it, what it is intended to do in a visionary sense to progress our society, and in this case, our city. And then there is the second issue, and that's where the art of politics comes into play. Being able to progress that idea in a formatted way that will carry people with you on that journey. It comes to the question of articulating where you are wanting to take the people that need to follow you to make sure that that implementation actually occurs and the vision is reached. So I say that up front to you, to put into context the discussion and the debate that we will have today around the broad range of ideas and brave new ideas that we will hear about. I'm going to throw mine into the ring, and it's something that I've already started to implement, and then I want to throw a challenge out to you in terms of the big question, in my view, that this city still has to answer for itself. My brave idea, and you can say it's piddlingly brave if you like, but it is one which has a vision attached to it. And it was the introduction of a thing that I called Friends International Brisbane. It was an acknowledgement that our city has some 55,000 international students in it at any given time. And this idea, where I introduced the establishment of friendship certificates for those students, was about the long term. It was about this. It was about acknowledging that our future lies in the Asia-Pacific region. It was about acknowledging that the young people that are visiting our city today can either leave this city with a terrible thought in their mind about our city, or to leave this city with our city in their hearts. And my mission in life is to make those students leave this city feeling that Brisbane is a part of their future. Therefore, what we're doing is we're holding friendship ceremonies. I sign individually friendship certificates that we give to these students. We bring in Rupert McCall to give a poem of respect and thanks for them choosing Brisbane as their choice for tertiary studies. We also have the Noongar dance troupe to present the fire ceremony to learn something of our ancient culture in this country. But at those ceremonies, I say to these students that this is not just about having a friendship for the time that you are here. This is about a lifelong friendship and relationship. And the key for me is spending an hour after those ceremonies taking about 500 individual photos to make sure those kids get on the Facebook, get onto their families and friends in the foreign countries from which they come to talk about this city and the friendship that the people of this city have bestowed upon them. So that is an idea which is acknowledging that these young students are the future trade, political and business leaders in their respective countries in the years ahead. And that is the brave idea that I believe will reap untold reward through those relationships and financial trade agreements that will come in years to come. I also believe there's some short-term benefit. The Asian culture as it is, mum and dad will think that this is a great honour upon their son or daughter and family. And they will hopefully come and visit this place called Brisbane, to meet the people, to look around and perhaps in the short term look for investment opportunities which may help us in the short run as well. Now for the challenge. One person in this city confronts me regularly, and it's a very good question that he confronts me with. He says, Graham, what does Brisbane want to be famous for? Now, I posed a question last year to several business forums. Does this city need an icon? If we do, what should that icon be? I've often talked about this city really, we don't have an opera house, we don't have the harbour, we don't have a famous sporting event that people associate with in an international sense. What we have in this city is something you can't take a picture of. It's called friendship and care as a society. I think we demonstrate that more in many ways than any other community that I have been involved with. And I think that that is, in many ways, our underlying iconic feature. But is it enough? Sure, the next 2 years we're going to be out there saying Brisbane, Australia's new world city, the G20 city. That gives us some, if you like, international respect and recognition with that tag. But what is it that we need to do to really become known, to become the focus of international recognition? It's very important in terms of our future. So I throw that question out to you today. I challenge all of you beyond this forum today to think about that. What is it that we want to be known for? Thank you very much. My time is up.